What's going on, guys, and welcome back to another video. So I want to talk about Social Security for a second because we are seeing some more better news for Social Security recipients. What we have seen over the past week, first off, we have seen technically the Treasury Department say that Social Security and Medicare, they are not going to become insolvent in 2034. It's actually 2035, so it's been pushed back for one additional year. That's good news. The other news that we're hearing, and again, I know a lot of people are asking about it, is, well, we are hearing these reports of student debt cancellation of up to $10,000. That's exactly what President Biden campaigned on. That was his promise, right? Well, his other promise was he would provide Social Security recipients with $200 per month for a full 2 years. He hasn't fulfilled that promise. So there are a couple good pieces of good news that are coming out for Social Security. And again, these things this is needed. We need more for Social Security. Now, do I want to pay more in taxes? No. But at the same time, would I pay more in taxes if it was going to the right cause, the right people, not being sent overseas to some country I'll never even visit? No, that's not what I want. But here's the problem, okay? Here's one of the good things. One of the good things is the trust fund is getting a boost. Okay, they're getting more funding. Unfortunately, it is because of higher prices. People must go back to work because they can't afford the basic necessities. That's what's happening. And again, it's a major problem, but that's what's going on. The other good piece of news for people on Social Security, again, or really anybody on a fixed income, is we are going to see student loan forgiveness. It's going to happen. And again, I know what you're thinking, how does this really benefit me? It's because that was one of the other promises. President Biden had 3 big promises. Okay, he had 3 of them when he was campaigning for president. The first one, not really in any order, but number 1, he said anybody making less than $400,000 per year would not see a penny more in taxes. That was one of his promises. The second one, for people with student debt, he would forgive up to $10,000 per borrower. The third one, that anybody that is collecting Social Security, so any Social Security recipient, would receive $200 per month in addition to what they're already receiving. This would go on for 2 full years. Now, these are his promises. Now, I want to be completely honest with you, okay? Now that we're getting more and more discussions and the promise to forgive student loan debt, that's bringing up the discussions, really only ramping up the discussions of the other campaign promises. But again, let's be honest here. I don't see $200 per month getting through, as it wouldn't just require a signature for an executive order. It would require Congress to step in. And as of right now, honestly, I don't see the Senate being a split 50-50, 50 Democrats, 50 Republicans. I don't see it happening. So it would almost be impossible to get something passed with our current Congress. But this is where things are changing. According to reports, what is the plan from Democratic lawmakers and what their whole idea is let's try to win some more seats in the upcoming midterm election, especially in the Senate. They can lose a couple seats in the House, but they cannot lose anything in the Senate. Because if they can control the House, they can control the Senate, which they already do. Well, they already control everything, but it's a 50-50 split. And currently, Senator Joe Manchin and Senator Kyrsten Sinema, they are against passing President Biden's economic agenda, which would include a lot more, help and relief. But if Democrats can secure some more seats in the Senate, potentially 2 or 3 more, which as of right now is considered to be a long shot, then they could have some wiggle room to pass $200 per month to Social Security recipients. Now, this would be contingent on President Biden being able to get student loan forgiveness through, and it has to be done before the midterm elections. Then Democrats have the increased chance of winning some more seats in the Senate. If that happens, Social Security, but right now what we're going to see is a bill that's going to be tied to Social Security, or going to tie Social Security to inflation. That's what we're going to see. We've been getting the rumors, we're seeing the rumors, we've been getting the different proposals, but there hasn't been an actual bill. Nothing has been in writing yet. But again, it's a little ways away. But the good news is that student loan cancellation talks are making it so lawmakers now cannot forget those promises that President Biden made. They have to address this. So that's the big news right now, is they are looking at this as, okay, if one of the promises goes through, student debt loan cancellation, and we are not taxing anybody making less than $400,000 per year, not taxing them anymore, there's one other promise that we have to take care of. And that is potentially a big win or big loss to Democrats in the upcoming midterm elections. So we'll see. But now let's talk about COLA. That's the cost of living adjustment. I want to touch on this because I've been getting a lot of questions over the past few weeks as to, so we are for sure going to see an 8.6% cost of living adjustment in 2023. And the answer is no. There's no guarantee that that's what you're going to see. The expectation is that inflation is not going to cool as much as originally predicted. So the cost of living adjustment is projected at this point to be over 8% for 2023. That's big, because what did we see, a 2.9% cost of living adjustment or whatever it was for 2022, right? Or 5 point, whatever it was, right? It wasn't much, but it was a little bit. But now the Senior Citizens League has said that rising prices are a real concern, and the only thing that is saving some seniors is the benefits that they are getting each month. But even there, this is still not enough. They're still missing out on quite a bit. For many, according to reports, they have to use food banks to help get by. They're turning to family members as a way of finding additional support. And some, and this is heartbreaking, are even rationing medications and meals. Now, I remember for my grandma, before she passed away, she didn't have to ration meals, but she just didn't eat the whole meal, so she would save it. Some people aren't rationing their meal, because they're full. They're rationing their meal because they know they'll be hungry later, but that's the only meal that they have. So that's what's heartbreaking about all that, is it's a real concern, and not much is being done for it. So that's what we know at this time. One thing I can tell you is I am going to be looking into more Social Security news and updates. Number one, because that is the one group of people that I feel are just completely being neglected by the federal government, by just different groups. Nobody has really addressed that issue. There's money going to Ukraine, and I get it. We need to fight, or help them fight their war. I understand that. But at the same time, there's a war here. But this is within our borders, but it's not a typical war. We are fighting, or people on Social Security are fighting for their lives, fighting for a little more food, a little more money, help to pay their rent, right? Pay their bills, get the medications that they need just to survive or live comfortably. That's the war that I think a lot of people are missing. So we'll see what happens there. But as always, as I know more, I promise I'll come back on and share all latest news and updates. Again, just want to thank you guys for watching. Have a wonderful rest of your day. Consider subscribing if you want to stay updated on everything that's going on. And I'll see you guys on the next one.